Now we're going to start to dive a little bit deeper into what you need to do before you even start to think about the actual steps to creating a clothing brand. Hi everyone, if you're new here, I'm Annie. I have 18 years of experience as a designer, developer, development director, and I've spent the last 4 years helping out startups and new designers trying to create their own fashion brands. And so I'm going to be here to help you from start to finish, idea, concept to launch, and everything in between. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do before you start going into, hey, I'm going to design something, I'm going to develop something, is what is your idea? What is your concept? Because it's so great that you want to start a clothing brand and it's been your life goal, but if you don't have a focus for the brand, it's going to be really difficult for you to be successful at it. I've seen so many don't have a focus on what their aesthetic is or what the purpose of their brand is, and then it just implodes, because then you leave your customers and your clients or whoever kind of trying to figuring out who you are. So you need to define who you are before you even start to design it. What is the reason why you're starting your brand? You want to start with that question. Are you filling in a niche? Have you found something that's missing in the market that you want to fill in? Or are you wanting to create a clothing brand that has different kind of fitting? You want to be more inclusive? You want to have like half sizes? Or is your brand going to be completely sustainable? Or is your brand going to be only in the US? Or are you going to have a custom brand where everything's kind of like bespoke and custom made? Whatever it is, find that one thing that your brand is going to focus on and market to make you stand out among the crowd. And that could also be just your aesthetic. It could just But if you're planning on saying, I have a unique aesthetic and I'm going to build this brand, and then you go to a designer and you're like, I just want everything minimal, that's not going to be enough for you. Honestly, it's going to be, if you say you have a great aesthetic and it's something that's missing in the market, and then your aesthetic is minimal earth tones, that's not going to do it, because I cannot tell you how many brands I have designed for that because the person really wanted that, and I do tell them, like, we need to find something that's going to make this brand stand out a little bit more. So you need to think about things like that. Also, you want to identify your target market. This is something that's kind of like business 101, but I always tell my clients, you need to find that avatar for your ideal customer. If you go into the gate and say, I'm just going to design a clothing line for everybody, well, you're going to be designing for nobody. I'm going to be really honest with you. If you don't have a focus, if you don't have a target market, a target audience that you are designing for, then your designs are going to kind of fall flat with everybody. Just make sure you have that person in your head, and don't just think of things like, well, they are college educated, they have this type of income, they have 2.5 kids, they don't have kids, they're the boss bitch that goes to the gym and stays fit. That's not the type of target audience I mean, what is this person doing? You got to really dive in and understand this person and know that you're designing for her or him or whoever the person is. It's so much easier for you to focus on your design because you're not looking for someone to buy one thing, you're looking for somebody to buy everything. And so if you focus your aesthetic and your brand on a niche target audience, you're going to grow that audience. And it doesn't mean that that's going to be your only audience forever. That can continue to grow. But in the very beginning, save yourself some money, save yourself some heartache, and really focus on that one target audience. And then you need to do your research. Honestly, people that decide they want to have a clothing line and they don't have their research, they don't look at who their competitors are in the market. Like if you come up to me as someone that you're looking to design and help you develop this brand, and you don't know who your competitors are, and you just give me the biggest competitors, I want to be an athleisure, my competitors is Lululemon. Lululemon is not your competitor. You're not going to, just get it out of the way. You're not going to compete with Lululemon. They're such a huge brand. I always try to narrow my clients down to smaller boutique brands that are more obtainable as being a direct competitor to them, because that's really who you're going to be fighting for that market share. You're not going to be taking over market share from Lululemon, at least not yet, not in the beginning, but just to try to make you a little bit more realistic about it. So what products, what category of products are they in? Category meaning things like athleisure, menswear, women's wear, loungewear, streetwear. You need to understand your market, and that means you need to stalk your competitors. You need to find out what they're doing, what their fits are, what kind of fabrics they're looking at, because you need to compete with that. So you need to do your research with your niche market. And then from there, what's the most popular items, garments, products in that niche that your target market wants? Because then you gravitate towards them. You know, if you're going to have those items in that market, you want to make sure that you're making things that they want, right? And so always, always, always do your research in your niche, especially your competitors, because you're going to need that information, especially when it comes to price point, your fits, the type of fabrics that are going to be trending, the type of colors, the overall aesthetic. You need to know what your competitors are doing, your successful competitors are doing, because they're obviously speaking to your target audience in a positive way that makes them want to buy. So how are you going to do that, steal those sales from them? And then, like, you know, just overall, everything together, figure out what your unique selling point is going to be. You got to be able to say this in like a sentence or two. If you need a half an hour to explain why your unique selling point is unique, it's not unique. It's not. You need to be able to do that, you know, that elevator pitch that people keep on saying for your job interviews. You need to be able to explain to somebody within 30 seconds of why your brand is unique and why they should buy from your brand. Are you super luxurious but super affordable? Are you an athleisure brand that is completely sustainable? You use nothing but recycled gear, everything's bonded, super high tech. Are you a lifestyle brand that does things completely custom? So, you know, you get people's measurements and everything and they get it completely custom to their size. Are you, I don't know, like, there's so many things and ways to differentiate yourself. You don't need 100 things to differentiate yourself from another brand for your unique selling point. You just need one. Just need one that you're going to be able to market and you're going to be able to push forward in your design and in your product to make it unique for your customers so that they can at least test you out. That's all you want. You just want people to be able to test you out. I'll try them out. Let's see. And if you do a good job with your production, you at least with your selling point get people to buy it once. If you did a good job with your production and your designs and your fit, they're going to come back for more. That's just it. You got to find that one thing. Just that one thing to make people go like, oh, I got to try this brand out for sure. No matter what. Because if you don't, then they may buy from you once, but they might not buy from you again. And if you're going to have a clothing line, you really want it to have some longevity. Okay, so that was the first step into the whole umbrella world of creating your own clothing brand. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a little bit of education from it. And I hope I didn't scare you too much from starting your own clothing brand. Trust me, it's a fun ride. It's not easy, but it's a fun ride. So if you want to see some more of my content, please check out this video right here. And then I will see you the next time. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, bye.